Good morning, dear ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aliya Khafizova. In today's presentation, I'd like to tell you about simulation of gas outflow from the hole in longer pipelines operation under high pressure. Nowadays, a huge number of incidents related to the gas pipelines are observed, and the number of them increases year by year. Electronic temperature sensors are often used in order to localize the pipeline rupture areas. However, when trying to find the incident area, the problems with the interpretation of sensors readings take place. Since the breach within a different section of pipeline lead to the formation of very complex structures of a thermal field on the pipeline surface. Therefore, the interior space shall be free from gas, and only after that the surface of a pipeline shall be checked. The task of research is to determine the characteristics of gas outflow process from the pipe, namely time periods of gas outflow. The purpose of research is to develop a mathematical model of outflow process from the hole in long pipelines operation under high pressure. Prior to the development of mathematical model, initial conditions and parameters were set, which you can see on the slide. Internal diameter of the pipeline, length, gas pressure, and temperature. At one end of a pipeline around a hole with a diameter takes place, through which the gas enters the atmosphere with air pressure. For clarity, the example includes the characteristics of methane, which is considered as a perfect gas with constant thermophysical properties. The main factors determining the outflow time periods are the following: resistance to the gas movement through the hole and around it, viscous friction resistance, then gas moves through the pipeline, inertia force, then the gas acceleration inside the pipelines takes place. The calculations are based on a one-dimensional model of gas flow for two sections. One-dimensional unsteady flow of gas flow along a straight pipe of constant cross-section with one impermeable plate end. The gas outflow from the hole within the wall to the atmosphere, it can be calculated by using the well-known formulas for stationary regime. The pressure value and rate value shall be equal at the junction point of sections. The basic formulas shall be written for a adiabatic outflow of perfect gas through a narrowing nozzle without taking into account energy losses. There are two possible outflow regimes at sufficiently high pressure values in front of hole. It acts as a crystal cross section for the flow. A diverging jet with supersonic speed is formed behind it in the atmosphere with atmospheric pressure at the jet boundary, and then the so-called nasal spectrum. Accordingly, the parameters of crystal values in the hole itself. In the case of isothermal expansion, the following relation occurs: formula 1. And then it is meet the critical parameter values in the hole, and the flow rate is equal to formula 2. If the pressure in the pipe has decreased so much that the following condition is met, formula 3, then you can use the concept of reduced specific flow Q. Now, instead of formula 2, we have the formula 4. The gas expands adiabatically both in the pipe and in the hole. From the beginning at a pressure of pressure zero and at the density until the pressure become equal to atmospheric, then its density. Uh, the condition Formula 1 of a supersonic outflow has the following from Formula 5. The pressure values in front of hole and behind it are at the same level, then the process comes to the end. Then Formula 5 is meter. Then we obtain the following Formula 6. Then the pressure decreases, we obtain the following 8. Let's estimate the time period of gas outflow and only the factor limiting the flow rate, the impact of hole. The total volume of gas remains constant, and the gas density is the same everywhere and change only after a while. Due to outflow from the hole, previous obtained formulas 2, 4, or 6, 8 um, shows the dependence of the flow rate on the density. Then the outflow time periods shall be determined by the following integration. The process is different for supersonic and subsonic regimes. Therefore, it is observable to consider the time period of these regimes separately. It is obvious that at high pressure values, the gas rate is large and the process is fast. As the pressure decreases, the flow rate decreases as well, and the process slow down. The peculiarity of subintegral function in formula in slide is integrable and alpha the flow rate and flow velocity at the end fall to zero value. Complete pressure equalization is achieved for a finite amount of time. The slide shows the dependence of the expiration time on the length of the pipe for the same internal volume of the pipe. The time period for isothermal outflow is longer than that for adiabatic outflow. The difference in outflow time period for the considered example was approximately equal to 10%. They developed a method of calculating the natural gas outflow from the hole in longer pipelines operation under higher pressure. Can be used to estimate the time period required to prepare them for repair works performance. Thank you for your attention.